Hey Floss Tube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and I have a Floss Tube update today. It is Thursday, January 15th, 2026, and I have some stuff to show you. So I'm going to start with my Monopoly projects that I worked on. I did get to everything this week, and the first thing I worked on was out of the Just Cross Stitch Christmas 2024 magazine, and it is Jingle Bells by Pickle Barrel Designs. Buzz landed on Just Visiting because he got out of jail. So I'm using Queen Crepe Myrtle by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And my goal was to put 100 stitches in it, which I did. So this is 75 high by 73 wide. The last time you saw it, it had 357 stitches in it. I met my goal and I actually put in 105 stitches because I decided to finish the blue light at the top, or finish off my thread that I had. So now it has 462 stitches in it. And I put in the lights at the top here, in case you didn't remember what I had last week. This next one is Driving Sampler. This is a bunch of icons designed by Cheryl McKinnon out of a magazine. I'm not going to show the magazine because I'm just going to show you my charted version of it because I put them all together in one pattern. This is done on Lavender Mist by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I worked on this because Batman landed on a property, and this was assigned 50 stitches. This is going to be 150 high by 100 wide. It has 4,961 stitches in it total. The last time you saw it, it had 889 stitches in it. I put in 50 stitches, so now it has 939 stitches in it. It's at 18.93% and it has 4,022 stitches left. And I added the light green around the circle around the car. This next one is Doreen Jones Advent Calendar Day 16. I'm using This Is My Jam by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And I worked on this as the fee for Buzz and Obi-Wan getting out of jail. So it was assigned 100 stitches. So this is 44 high by 25 wide. The last time you saw it, it had 200 stitches in it. I put in 100 more stitches, so now it has 300 stitches in it. And the other two you see, I'm gonna cut these apart when I used the fabric because I didn't want to have tiny pieces of fabric to work with. I just wanted the whole piece, so I thought I would just keep adding more of the advent calendars until I can't use the fabric anymore because I used it all up. So, and I just kept adding more to the cup here because last time I just had this seam and then I had part of the number 16, which I finished the number 16, and then I added the cup. This next one is out of the World of Cross Stitching. And it's this dress and purse down here, and it's designed by Shannon Christine. I'm using Midnight Splendor by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And this is what I work on when Obi-Wan lands on a special spot, and he got out of jail and he landed on just visiting because he couldn't go because he had to pay the fee to get out of jail. So this is what I have. I finally filled in the skirt part of the dress, except for a few stitches. So this is 40 high by 40 wide. The last time you saw it, it had 200 stitches in it. It was assigned 100 stitches. I put in 105 stitches. So now it has 305 stitches in it. This one is out of the World of Cross Stitching. And it is this here. I'm using Hidden Treasures by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And I work on this when Captain America draws a card. And then my Monopoly game, I do the stitch count that matches the number on the card, if there is one. And if it's like under 100, I multiply it by 10. So the card he got was pay 150 for Imperial tax, so I just did 150, or I just assigned it 150 stitches. Oh, it's upside down. I wondered if 150 would finish it, but it finished all the stitches, but it didn't finish the back stitch, so I started working on the back stitch, and I got all the way around the edge of the comic burst, but then the word inside still has to be stitched, and then there's like extra lines around it. So this is 30 high by 40 wide. The last time you saw it, it had 429 stitches in it. I put in 150 stitches, so now it has 579 stitches in it. So those were all the Monopoly pieces. I will show you the whip of the week that I worked on. So this is a free pattern by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and I decided to make it into a bigger pattern. So I copied the cupcake twice, and then I put some words around it that's gonna say "shut the fuck up cakes." So I'm using A Very Perry Winter by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I finally charted what I had in my head, so I'll put that here now so you can see what it looks like when it's done. I changed the colors of some of the cupcake wrappers and the sprinkles, so one of them is going to be purple, the other one's going to be green, and then the one in the middle is pink. And that's how far I got. So this is going to be 100 high by 110 wide. It's going to have 1,159 stitches in it. I put in 273 stitches. I don't know how many I put in before I started tracking it, because I started it on October 24th, 2024, but I didn't track stitch count. So from what I added, the 273 that I added got it to 23.55% done, and it has 886 stitches left. Next is my model stitch that I've been working on for my LNS, and this is called Craft Supplies and Other Lies. It's by Puntini. I'm using Glowing Dreams by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. I added more around the bottom strip next to the word myself. I added the embroidery scissors under the word supplies and the green spool. And I did satin stitch. And I realized last time I forgot to tell you I added the red spool too, and that one is also satin stitch. That was my first time when I did the red spool doing satin stitch, so that's cool, I guess. So this is 63 high by 103 wide. The last time I showed you it had 1,785 stitches in it. I put in 100 stitches, so now it has 1,885 stitches. These next two are WIPGO. This one is K is for Night. This is by Stitchy Box. I'm using Do You See What I See by Fiberlicious. And it's 32 count Lugana. And I added the knight, like more of his shirt. Well, I gave him a neck and then I started stitching his shirt. It's charted as his beard, but I wanted him to have a shorter beard, so I stitched one row of beard and then the other part I made into his neck. So this is 42 high by 42 wide. The last time I showed you it had 417 stitches in it. Now it has, I added 100 stitches, so now it has 517 stitches in it. Oh, for my WIPGO goal, the goal is 1,000 stitches by the end of the month, and I have 587 stitches left to complete the WIPGO goal. The other WIPGO project is My Savior's Words by Imaginating. This is designed by Connie Abel. I'm using Memories in the Rain by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this time I added the flowers next to the orange that I added last time. So this here. So this is 138 high by 179 wide. The last time I showed you it had 6,197 stitches in it. I added 369 stitches, so now it has 6,566 stitches left. And the WIPGO goal for this is also 1,000 stitches, so I have 470 left to complete the WIPGO goal. Alright, the last thing I have to show you is my Mylestonn Manor stuff. So last week I realized the dice roll that I wrote down was actually incorrect, but I went ahead and did the stitches anyway because whatever. So the stitch goal last time was 1,060, and I wasn't quite sure if I could meet that for this week anyway, because I wasn't sure if I could stitch 1,060 stitches in a week, like with other projects going on, because I did remember that I stitched 1,000 stitches on Summer Sampler one time last year because I wanted to see what 1,000 stitches looked like, and it took me 3 days. So, but I did manage to do 1,060 stitches on this. So I'm using Moonstone, and it's 32 count Jobelin by Color and Cotton. And oh, this is Toothless and Light Fury. This is by Cross Stitch Knita on Etsy. And I went across the top to the left and then I started working down. So I filled in some of the parked threads that I had. And I kept going, and I added a few more parked threads, but yeah. So the regular stats for this, last time you saw it, it had 4,314 stitches in it. It's 248 high by 275 wide. It has 68,200 stitches total. I put in 1,060 stitches, so now it has 5,374 stitches in it. It's at 7.88%, and it has 62,826 stitches left to complete the whole thing. So that's all that I have done. So to get to the Mylestonn Manor 10% goal, I have 1,446 stitches left to do for that. So I did come across the top here and fill in one of the colors that I thought I didn't have, but I ended up finding it in my master set because I had went and bought it already, bobbinated it, and then forgot that I had done that. So I looked up the color and I had it, so I thought I'll just fill that in. And then it just so happened that it completed 3 rows across the top. So like this is page 1 and it goes till maybe like here, and then page 2, and then page 3. So I had filled in a bunch of those stitches, and I'm doing my row finishes different than Jessie is doing hers. So I decided that if I get a page, like if the page has a row from like 1 to 44, I think is what it was, and I finish 1 row, then I'll count it as a milestone, just because I don't work on my full coverages very consistently, and so getting a page row and a page finish probably will take a very long time. So I thought I would make it so if I hit a row on a page, even if the page isn't done, I will count it as a milestone. So this one was a big one because I hit 3 milestones. So once I put this away, we're gonna start looking at the paperwork for Mylestonn Manor, because that is all the projects that I have to show you. Okay, I have this whip sheet for it says extra milestones, page finishes, row and column finishes. So I listed everything here and we're gonna fill it out. So I wrote down in my cross stitch planner, so I was accurate about it, which ones I've done so I don't count them again later. So I finished rows 1 through 44. That was 1 row. So that's 1 hit point done on Toothless. And then I finished row 45 through 88 on page 2. So that was another hit point. And then I finished 189. No, not 189. 89 to 132 on page 3. So that's another hit point. So those are just the rows on the top of the like page that like page 1, 2, and 3, all of those rows got finished when I added the color that I was missing. So, okay, now I'll just show you this. I explained it already, but it's the rows on a page are completed 1 experience point each. So Toothless loses 3 hit points and I gain 3 experience points. So I'm going to get my experience paper here, which is this one. Okay, so we have this. So we're going to work down here today because I actually got some milestones. So I'm going to fill in here XP1, and that's going to be row finish. What are the numbers? 1 through 44 on page 1. So I'll just do that as a note to myself for that. Then row finish number 2 is gonna be RF 45 through 88 on page 2. And then row 3, so experience point, row finish 89 through 132 on page 3. So there is my milestones marked. So now we're going to go through the workflow chart thing. This, the thing I had to write on because it didn't print out correctly. So let's see, I've determined the project, I rolled the dice, I stitched it. So milestone reached, yes. Okay, so now I have to complete these A and B. So my character experience goes up 1 per milestone, which I did. The whip gets 2, well, it gets 1 damage per milestone. So I did that. So now let's see, what does it say? Did the whip take the last damage? No. Okay, so I go up here and I can go to the next room. So I don't have to do anything more with Toothless. Okay, so this one says, did my character get a full experience? Like how Jesse said 6, there should be 6 here too. I only did 3, so my experience is not full. So the answer is no. So then I don't do anything here. So we're going to go into the next room. So I'm in the playroom, which is down here, which I called the Avengers training room. And I don't really want to go back out here because it's the same projects that I've worked on. So I think I'm just going to go up here through these doors to the game room. So that means, that means the game room is the Daily Bugle on my sheet, and the color code here is dark green, which says Elsa. So that means I get to do a new start, which is exciting. It's my Elsa pattern that I've been wanting to do for a while, so I will get a new start this week. And so now that I've gotten the project, I'm going to put the dice roll clip in here, and then we will fill out the marker board with what the stitch count will be. Okay, this is the Mylestonn Manor dice roll. I have a 3, 50, 8. The D12 rolled a 3. The D10 rolled a 50. And then D20 rolled an 8. Okay. Okay, so before I do the marker board, I wanted to show you the fabric I'm going to be using. So this is called After Dusk. This is by Fiberlicious. It is 25 count Lagana. And it's a gradient. And I'm going to decide which way is up. I haven't decided that yet, but I think I might do the knot stitch the background on the pattern. So that is that, and I will be doing it 1 or 2 over 1 full cross on this. So okay, so the dice roll was D20 rolled an 8. The D12 rolled a 3. And the D10 rolled a 50. So 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11 times 50. So 550 stitches will go into Elsa. And my saving shopping up here, I only had 10 stitches left, so I am done. Done with saving shopping. So I'm gonna have a look at Heaven and Earth's website and see what I might want to get off my wish list, because I have a lot of things on there. And yes, I have a lot of starts that I haven't started that I've already bought, but we all like fancy new patterns, right? So yeah, I'm gonna do that, treat myself, so, and then get some fabric so I can start it. Okay, so that is that. I'm gonna put the Monopoly clip in here, and then I'll come back and show you. Oh, I'll put the whip shaking in too, that I do the shaker for whip of the week. I'll put those clips in, and then I will come back and I will show you projects. Hi, we are gonna play Monopoly now. Captain America rolled 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He landed on Coruscant Jedi Temple. Okay, and he's gonna go again because he rolled doubles. And he got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He landed on Dagobah. We have Obi-Wan, who is here. He's finally out of jail. And he rolled a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he's gonna be on Kashyyyk. Okay, and then Buzz is here. He rolled 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He landed on free parking. Alright, and then Batman is last. He rolled 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He landed on Celeste. Alright, that is Monopoly for this week. I'll see you on the regular video. Alright, so Monopoly landed on a lot of properties today. So there's a lot of paying rent and collecting rent this week. So the first one I'm going to be doing is out of the World of Cross Stitching magazine. It's the Bear with Tools. It's this guy here. I am going to be using Burning Woods Crackling Fire by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And Buzz is collecting rent. So that's what this project is, his new property whip, and that's all I have right now. Last time I said this was the bear's leg, but this is the bear's foot. That's part of his leg, and that's his stomach. It doesn't matter, but I just realized I'd said it wrong, so. This next week, hopefully it'll look more exciting, but it's only got 50 stitches assigned to it, so it might not look that exciting, but oh well. Okay, Captain America landed on a property that Buzz owned, so he has to pay rent. So it's out of the Just Cross Stitch Christmas magazine, and it is Figgy Pud Jumper. Seen it a lot because I tend to he tends to land on properties a lot, so I'm using Artiste by Hobby Lobby. It is 18 count Ada. And I'm actually going to be working on this for 200 stitches, because Captain America's turn, he landed on 2 properties because he rolled a doubles one time, so he got to go again and then just landed on more properties. So he has to pay rent to Buzz, and then he has to pay rent to Obi-Wan. So 200 stitches for paying rent. Okay, and this one is out of this magazine again, and it is Hello Snow here. So this is Obi-Wan collecting rent. I am gonna use Garden of Dream by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. I am using, obviously, because I've already started this and you guys have seen this. So let's see. Obi-Wan landed on a property as well, so I'll be working on it for that. And he's also collecting rent from Batman. So this project will get 200 stitches. So that's what I have right now. Okay, and the other 2 projects are Driving Sampler and Jingle Bells, which you already saw, so I won't show them again. But Driving Sampler will get 150 stitches assigned to it, and Jingle Bells has 50 stitches assigned to it, and that's because Batman was paying rent to Obi-Wan and Buzz landed on free parking. Alright, I'm gonna shake for whip of the week. I wear black to the gym. This is the whip of the week. This is I Wear Black to the Gym by Nerdy Little Stitcher on Etsy. And I'm doing it on Castle in the Sky by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lagana. And I have this here. So, yeah. Well, I think that is all that I have. Yeah, after all the dice rolling and game playing and filling out boards, I think I'm finally done. So thank you everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!